right, good morning and welcome back once again. It's me, Fred Indimuli, continuing the very last leg of our TV47 breakfast show this Thursday morning. You know how we do. Every Thursday morning we have Man Talk, where we speak about men's issues. Today's discussion is very interesting, yeah?
Yes.
Even the titling, the just in case woman.
Lord.
Then they ask a question, every man has one? All right, allow me to welcome my panelists this morning on my immediate right, Rafian Samuel, pastor NPN, the Legacy Church.
Thank you for having me.
Karibu sana. Today we also have Dennis Kiaria. He's a social scientist.
Yeah, thank you. I'm very opportunity. The opportunity. Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
And Kamau Karongo, music artist and author.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very much.
This discussion, I understand, was partly picked from your book, but in a different context.
Kabisa. Kabisa.
So, what do you understand by the phrase "just in case woman"? Yeah, many people would see it as the backup plan. The other person on the side, just in case. I don't know just in case what. But the question is, isn't this a reality in 2026, Pastor Rafian, that in most of our relationships, and this one even before we focus on the men, it would appear everyone has a backup plan somewhat. Isn't it a reality?
To say the truth, we cannot bury our head in the sand and say it is not the reality. That is the way things are, and it's not just
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's the way things are, and it's not just the man that has a backup plan. Also, the woman now has a backup plan.
Yes.
So we you know, someone said that if you always have a plan B, you will always end up using it.
Yes.
So you are married. If you have a backup plan, that plan you will end up using it.
You will definitely use it.
And I think that is the explanation why marriages and relationships and everything now is not working, because you are not giving this one your all, because you have a plan. Even if this one doesn't work, you have a fallback. You have a fallback plan.
It is what we may call a self-fulfilling prophecy. That you expect something will fail at some point.
Yes.
This is my gate.
And this is my
way out.
fallback plan. Yeah.
Before I come to you, Dennis, let me engage Kamau. When you were writing what you wrote in your book, what was the intention? So that we understand how different this is.
This is totally different, although it can be even the way you coiled it, because you are the people who coiled the just in case. I'm not the one. Though I love it. In fact, I'm even thinking, my wife should write a book now about the just in case woman. For me, I can take it in two ways. One, the way when things are not working around your home, you think about the other woman. The other woman. And nowadays they are so kind. The other woman is so kind. Nowadays they are so nice. Don't destroy your family.
Yes.
You stay with your wife. Don't mention my name. Even my child.
And make it sound like a condition.
Yes. In fact, usikosane na bibi yako. Me, I'm just helping you. And so the man feels, oh,
this is a good
why do I even have this far away from me? Anyway, so the other thing, of course, there are the troubles in the family that are real. Maybe umekosewa kabisa, and you start thinking, hey, nikiachwa tu kama saa nitafanya aje? Nitaanzia wapi? Some people can't survive 1 year alone; they will die.
Yes.
So, or 2 years they will die. Of course, they can't die. They have lived 28 years before.
I mean, they
feel they will die. So they would rather just prepare, just in case. Waachwe. I have someone. But I would also say you can actually make your wife the just in case woman. Yeah. Because there are things that you can do just in case ufikie ile level ya to go for real, to get the real one out there. Because usually ni vitu munafanyiana ama you are mnajitendea, that now makes you feel like you can go. So if you can do all the great things to the other one, it's actually very possible to, not all, there are some who are quite
something.
They are in a certain state they can't change, but and 90% of them wanaweza kuwa that woman.
Wanaweza.
I don't know whether it is making sense.
We'll try to make sense of it. Because last week we were talking about married but single. Dennis, you were not there, but these two gentlemen were there. About a man who's married, has a wife, but feels single for because of he's not probably receiving 100% of what he is meant to get as a married man. And probably that is what may lead to this just-in-case woman. But I'm curious to know your opinion on this, Dennis. As a social scientist, do you feel that the just-in-case woman is a reality? Do you see anything wrong with that? The church may shun upon such, but from a social scientist perspective, what is your perspective there?
So for me, I try to look at things at 2 dimensions. I try to see what people think and how people should think. Now, when you look at polygamy is just a general term whereby you find that there are it has 2 categories whereby there is the polyandry and the polygamy. Polygamy means when a man has 2 or multiple wives, and when you look at polyandry is whereby a woman has 2 or more. So what people are doing these days is called promiscuity. People are now practicing promiscuity.
It's not polygamy.
So it's no longer polygamy. People lost the value of polygamy because when you look at polygamy, you see this. When you look at polygamy, it had an intention, an intent. Like let's say, even the Bible had biblical law had backed up on having multiple partners, like Adam, like Abraham, like Solomon, but they all had an intention. For example, Solomon had to create diplomatic relations with other nations, so that's why he had other women, right? But now, in this day and age, people are not just practicing promiscuity, and we're losing value, and just having that other person on the end is just a...
But when you say intention, and you quote Solomon, that probably it was about diplomatic ties between his nation and other nations. The modern man is also business-oriented, and he may see business prospects elsewhere and say, okay, if this business doesn't work,
get a farmer.
Probably, probably that is the intention, that I could save my business through such this backup person. Isn't that an intention enough?
Yeah, it is an intention, but you also have to look at what is now the main cause of one person leaving their own person who they took a vow on and trying to look for something else. Is it like a lack? What is pushing them towards that? Maybe there's some...
He said business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
business.
okay, maybe in terms of business, maybe you want to create that diplomatic relation and you want to extend your family towards that stage.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you go in business terms, maybe you're trying to create that whole social group.
Yes. The other intention could be about even reproduction. That maybe say this is a couple that has been together 1 year, 2 years, they're not getting a child, and someone says that probably you start scouting out there for possible other people who may assist, and that becomes a backup plan, that if by the 3rd or 4th year I see we're still not getting one, then I could resort to that. Is it a possibility?
You know, anything you want to do in life, you can always find a backup, something to back it up. And it's just like people who are alcoholics, they have a backup scripture somewhere in the Bible. I mean, you will always have a reason to explain whatever it is that you want to do. And that is why I think God has given us the Word of God. Thank God you have told them I'm pastor. That's why God has given us the Word of God. We use it as a standard. Let the Word of God become a standard. Because if now, if we live through life by feelings, so then it will be, I mean, we'll have all manner of reasons. You'll say, this one has cold feet. I have that one because her feet are warm. This one puts a lot of fat in the food. Let me get that one. You get what I'm saying? Then we will not have a world. I mean, we are going to destroy the whole thing. So when you are getting married, before you get in there, and I think that is one of the things we mentioned last week, before you get in there, do your due diligence. Because even maintaining one is science. Just having a family with one woman or one husband and children is hard. It's a lot of work. So what about when you have 5 or 3 or 2? I mean, it's even more complicated. And then do you want to say that every time you don't get something in your spouse, you should go and get someone out there who has it? So, I mean, it's for better, for worse. You have to look at the person, look at their strengths, look at what they can do your due diligence before, do the testing before you say I do. And then if you decide I am going with this one, then go with that one without necessarily have to,
Okay. Now that's from the church's perspective. Kamau, I'll dare ask you from a different perspective, not the church's perspective. And even before I ask you the question, you explained that you have a relationship with Dennis.
Yeah.
That even before you came to studio.
I've just met him here. Coincidentally. I didn't know which was better.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Do I say why? How?
Yes.
Yeah. There is this program that we started like 13 years ago. We call it Kisima Initiation Camp, my initiation program, where we, during, the Kikuyu boys, after class 8, they circumcise. And so we realized that we can put them together. Most days it was happening in the houses, the small cubicles where you circumcise them. And many things used to happen there, drugs and everything. So many people now started programs. So we started one, which is like a private one. I'm like the third force. There is the traditional Kikuyu one, and there is the church one, and there is us. And we now 1,000 boys have been helped through that program. So this boy came in 2016.
Okay.
2016.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Wow.
And so hear him talk. In fact, I want him to answer more questions. I'm hearing polyandry,
Yes.
So I'm so happy to hear him becoming a man and also talking such things.
And the reason why I've asked you that is that there's an intersection between what you do and tradition. That and you said there are different layers. The church does that intersection. There's a traditional one, and you're saying that you're the third force. So there's still a link between some practices that we have currently, and tradition. The Kikuyu culture, for example, was polygamist. Yes, and some of them still practice that.
Yes.
There was a reason for that. Do you see any reason why any man, and I'm talking about men, not women. Today we're focusing on men. This show focuses on
the man show.
Do you see any reason why any man would need a woman just in case, a just in case woman?
Yes,
forget that pastor is here.
Yes, and first of all, that traditional setup was very, very important. And it worked perfectly well. There were no single women. None. And I can tell you, I circumcised boys in that particular time, especially November. And I can tell you 60%, not 40, not 50, 60% was they are coming from single mothers, families. And for me, it is scary. Because, you used to have a boy being brought to that camp by men. But now he's being brought by 2 women. There is no man around there. So for me, it is very, very sad. Mpaka I feel like this woman should have gotten a man. Honestly. Yani, Paul pastor. Don't go tell my bishop.
Yes.
But there are some, when they come, there are some I tell, please go come with a man. This is not, this is a man thing. Let that boy feel there's a man. I don't have any man. I said, get one. Go come with your pastor. That would be the father. Or
an uncle.
And they have come. They'll go looking for the fathers by fire, by force. So the father comes here. He doesn't want to say, I'm the husband, but he says, I'm the father.
So they do exist.
They do. Nobody is born from maize combs and they are born or from osmosis. They come from a certain. So I honestly don't know what to say conclusively, but that time I desperately need a woman to be brought, that boy to be brought by a man. I don't care who. Yeah.
So definitely there could be a reason for a man to have a just-in-case woman. Because you've brought the issue from the other end, from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
But is there any valid reason why a man may, and I'm assuming this is a family man, probably married, may need a just-in-case woman?
Maybe don't call it a need. It can be just a want. Yeah. How do I call it? Maybe just a want. Because the moment you leave your family, and I would also say this, if you have to do it, long time ago, it was clear, it was on the table, you used to go, peleka mali, and all that. If you must do it because of your many reasons that I don't know, because I cannot know, that do it privately.
Do it privately.
Don't do it publicly. If you have to. I said if you have to.
Yes.
Let me be quoted here. If you must.
The question is, what would be the reason?
The Bible says if you are it is better to live in the desert and in the what do you call this?
The corner of the roof.
The corner of the roof, than live with a nagging woman.
Yes.
So if nagging can be in all manner of things.
Yes.
There is a woman who takes all the money and you don't know where the money goes. There is a woman who unaingia pale kwa mlango, you think she is drunk. Because mostly it is a man who is drunk comes and makes the noise. The man now comes up there. He is come and with some shopping, he is kicked out. There are reasons that can come. I would say this, it is like 1 out of 100. It is not every home. That sometimes we make it look like it is 90% of the homes. But it's probably for the couples, for the families, maybe wanaweza kusurvive wengi sana.
Yes. Let me ask you a question, Dennis, because I'm also trying to play the devil's advocate here. I know from the church's perspective, it is a one-way. There are no two ways about it. But just in case, let's say you're married, and then at some point your wife gets terminally ill, and she's not able to do things, she's not even able to talk to you, she's not providing the companionship, she's not providing the physical intimacy, but now you're married to her and it is still death. But you still have needs as a man. You need someone to converse with, someone to advise you, someone to do all these things. Do you see that as a possible reason why a man could turn to another woman? For those reasons, do you see that as a justified reason?
Yes, okay, first of all, it might be justifiable because life should move on. As a person, you shouldn't bring yourself down because of something. But in a neuroscience perspective, we believe that the brain releases oxytocin and vasopressin, which makes us more attached to someone. So if those chemicals at that point, if you didn't have that just means you didn't really love them entirely, because if you really loved them, your body, your brain would have released oxytocin and vasopressin, which would make you literally be attached to that person.
Even if she's in a coma?
Yes, people will.
For a year? Yes, she is your wife, you love her, but she's not responsive at all. She cannot do anything. She's more or less gone, but still here physically. She cannot offer you advice, she cannot offer you comfort, she cannot offer you intimacy or anything. Do you think, because yes, you talk about those chemicals, but there are other things you need, even just talking, conversations with someone close. Yeah. So
it just means what was the intent? Why was the reason you were with her? If it was all sexual, then that's why you're just going to go outside. But if you really love that person entirely, you would have just committed yourself and understood that maybe at the end of the day, maybe she might come back to herself, or if there's no possible way she'll come back to her senses, then now that gives that room whereby what is going to keep you tied to her? Are you trying to protect your kids?
Yes.
Are you trying to just justify yourself and go out because now people say men have needs and those needs need to be met? But so at the end, it's just a matter of personal choice. We are always choosing. Do you choose to, or if not, then at the end of the day you
Yes.
weren't.
And Pasi, the other possibility, and I'm just trying to come up with random possibilities.
Yeah.
Two people are married. The husband gets a job in the US and goes and stays there for 5-6 years because visa issues, you know. Haezi rudi huku, akirudi atafungiwa. Then this woman finds that, let's not talk about the woman. The man who's in the US is not able to get in touch with his wife. The daily conversations, and I know everyone who hears this just talks about physical intimacy and sex. But there's many other relations between a man and a woman that you may need some advice that would only come from a female. And maybe even some companionship to some level. Do you see that as a valid reason? Because of the distance between yourself and your spouse? That you may just in case I need to talk to you, I can talk to this one.
You see, marriage should not be a reward. You don't reward everybody by marrying them. You know, like we just came in, Annie is here, and Annie is nice, and she interviewed us very powerfully.
Annie is listening, huh?
Yeah, she is there. So she interviewed us very well. Yeah. And thereafter, you know, she's a very nice person. So should we marry her? Should we reward her with marriage? I mean, you are in the US. You need someone to talk to.
Yes.
She's saying
They're usually very willing participants in such.
You get what I'm saying? There's just a way of us creating community. And even if you're married, even when you're married, you can say that the only woman you talk to or whatever in this world is your wife. You interact with other women everywhere in the office space. We have professionals, like my lawyers are ladies, and before I sign anything, I have to sit with them. We have all these women all around us. My spiritual mother, leader is a woman, Lady Bishop Kathikiona. And there are so many things I ask her. There are so many conversations I have with her. So it's not a must for you to have an intimate or to date every woman that gives you a particular counsel or something.
Do you believe in platonic friendships? Friendship between a man and a woman just goes there, ends there?
Yes, I believe, yes. But it's also, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline on both ends.
What function can such a friendship play? I'm asking this because you may identify one woman, your friends,
yeah,
and you realize that the kind of advice she gives you,
yeah,
and the kind of comfort she gives you, not necessarily sexual, is helping you every day.
Yeah.
Without going out and marrying them,
all right,
even saying that you are mine or anything.
Yeah.
Isn't that a just-in-case woman? That in case I have trouble at home, I can talk to this particular one, not just any. I'll come to this particular one and talk to her, open my heart to her, and then after that I go home feeling very comfortable. Isn't that a just-in-case woman?
Yeah, the only problem comes in with maintaining the boundaries. The problem is it starts like that, but then you end up setting yourself up for something that you'll not be able to get out of in the near future. So you can have that person, that kind of a friend that is a lady, but I must also throw in a lot of caution and say, na ujue unacheza na moto, ni dakika moja tu, in 1 minute like these things, you'll have crossed into places that you will never be able to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
So the thing is, and this is what I tell most people in church, before you get married, marry your friend. Marry your friend, because this person that you're married to can be all that. It can be all that if you make them. But if you live through life thinking like hana hiyo, hawezi saidia, and then for everything you're not getting at home, you get someone out there to give it. Sometimes you'll find you're not giving enough attention to the marriage or to your wife, and things are going to fall apart eventually.
This is 2026, Kamau. The nature and quality of marital relationships has really changed. There are many couples who, yes, got married, but currently are in state of separation. And they've been separated for like a year, 2. They still haven't divorced, but they still feel, okay, probably we might get back together. We just haven't gone to court. But for these 2 years, we're living apart. Does that occur? Does it occur that yes, there could be someone who keeps you company for the time being, without now you're not even aware of what will happen in the future? These are just in case this totally fails.
Yes, mostly it is very rare for especially a man akae tu na uko for years at in separation na hana ka comfort fulani kana angukia, hata ikiwa si intimacy hiyo tunasema, they're just talking, unaongea tu na you pour yourself, and it is a very dangerous thing, but that is actually one of those things. Colleague mahali kazini,
yes,
church, church pastor, that's what happens.
Because after all, the church has told you, okay, fine, don't rush for divorce.
Yeah.
But it's taking
you just
years.
Be talking. You just be talking. Now, of course, you are separated. Your wife is not going through your phone, and she doesn't know where you are. Now you can't tell her you are somewhere late or anything. Now you are free. And like I've said, there are ladies who have decided they actually don't want to get married. Period. The others who are single because of kuachwa. And those ladies are available. They are beautiful. Some of them have money. Some they don't. They just come. Let's be together.
And they can make your life very comfortable.
Yes.
Like a just in case woman.
We're just helping each other, just in case nyumbani haukusaidika.
Yeah.
So that is a fact. That's what, because we cannot say that everybody is a born again Christian.
Yes.
Because if a born again Christian, some of them appear they have just in case.
Even then they get separated.
They have just in case situations.
It's the reality.
So yeah, that is the reality.
Okay. What kind of pressure does it have on the marital institution of marriage? This issue of just in case. Because fine, we say polygamy, even according to our laws, if you're legally married in court or in church, it's not a polygamist, polygamy, as it were. If you marry the traditional way, you're allowed to be polygamist. But in the legal way, civil marriages, churches, how much pressure do you feel that the marriages and this just-in-case woman puts in marriages today? Wengi wanasema that many marriages survive, actually thrive because of the just-in-case person. That she brings peace and she tells you, sitaki kusikia umeharibu nyumbani.
Be faithful.
Be faithful.
So personally, I'd say, okay, yes, the government has allowed that space of being culturally married. You can have multiple wives, and also some religious camps have also allowed that, because even in Islam they are allowed to have up to 4 women. Yeah, so in that state, I feel like there's always this rushing, whereby if you have multiple women, they try to look for your attention. Whereas if you just have one, sometimes she just be like, he'll just come back to me. And at the end, that will create this disconnect, yes. But when you have multiple, yes, you have options to choose to. And then at the end of the day, when one doesn't work out, you can go to the other. And
in case this one is unwell, you can go to the other. In case we are mefura leo, she's in a bad mood, I can go to the next.
And even in human biology, we find that a woman can only, she only produces one ovum in a month, but a man can spread and have many. Even in the Bible, I say that we are created to spread and to multiply.
Yes.
So say that biblically.
So if it's not purely promiscuity, because yes, there's bad manners, there's obvious bad manners. But in case that there is a genuine need by the man, you agree that the just-in-case woman could be a valid addition. I know he's here. I don't. 10 years later.
Okay, it depends on your personal choice.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we are always choosing. So if you feel like who you chose at the end of the day didn't satisfy the needs of yourself, and you find that if you go outside and look for someone else that just in case might be the one, maybe you chose the wrong soulmate and out there then maybe there's someone else out there for you, so that gives that person that
Yes. Chances of marriages staying till death are dwindling.
Yes, agree.
Right now, rates of divorce are about 50% for first marriages. It goes on, and in some societies, it's even at 70%. The chance of this marriage ending in divorce is very high.
Yeah.
There's pressure to know, okay, fine, if this one doesn't succeed, then what happens? And they say, lack of preparation is preparing to fail.
Yeah.
Do you think it's feasible that is how the human beings are looking at the situation right now? That yes, I'm in a marriage, I'm committed to this, but I do not know. I don't know what it will be like next year. My spouse could turn to someone else and decide they no longer want me. Am I justified to say, okay, fine, in case it happens, even if I'm not vibing that one, I can just look at her and say, wewe, ikikosa kuitika nitakuja hapo.
I began by saying that every time you have a plan B, you will always use it. Every time you have an option, you have a side plan, you will always end up using it. And so, and what that means is you are not able to give this one 100% attention and the energy you need to give it so that it works, because you have a plan. Just in case it doesn't, I have a fallback plan. And it happens even when you are building a vision, you are building a business or something. If you always have another plan, you will always end up using it. So my opinion would be, if we leave that door open, it's a dangerous door. It's a dangerous door. Because now, I mean, every time things don't work, what happens to resilience? What happens to fighting? What happens to doing your best to make sure that something is working? Then we are leaving a very dangerous door open. So my opinion would be, if you decide to do something, give it your all. Give it the whole of your heart, unless it is beyond repair. I mean, there is physical violence, because you are better off divorced alive than married dead.
True. I'll take you to something else you said.
Yeah.
That before you get married, you need to do due diligence. Before you commit, make sure you know that this is the right one. So you are in a committed dating relationship, probably heading towards marriage, but you're not certain. You're not 100%. You're yet to commit. At that point, are you allowed to just probably look around and say, okay, fine, I am dating this one, but I'm not sure it's going to work at that level of dating. Can I have a just in case woman? Because this is not certain. We have not committed. We're just looking around. I can have option A, B,
or C.
or C.
Of course, when every time you have multiple people that you are seeing, you spread yourself thin, and I mean, you scatter your focus. Your focus is scattered. And they say that anybody that chases even in the animal kingdom, when the lion goes out to hunt and it is chasing 4 antelopes, it will not catch either. So I tend to feel you need to, you see, it's discipline, it's personal choice. If you're seeing this particular person give it maximum focus. And then I think after some time you can tell whether it's going anywhere or it's not. And then if you realize it is not going anywhere, I think it's its integrity to just let that person be. Badala kukaa na mtu amekwama na wewe na kumbe wewe uko na mambo kadhaa.
From scratch. I go start.
Yes, you start again.
we don't have much time. Wanna come out. You don't have your entire lifetime to date.
Una date inakosa kuwagu, unaanza tena.
Unaanza tena. Unafika hapo umedate 1 year, unaanza tena. Date 1 year, unaanza tena. Why can't you have like, yeah, just in case this doesn't I have a few people I'm moving along with.
It is very hard to give a direct advice, like go do like this. This is like not a course that you do. And that is why they say they give you a certificate when you're starting. Because ukianguka ni shauri yako. Yani, very funny. You pastors, what do you give certificate?
Before training.
It should be given after 4 years.
At least 7 years. At least 7 years.
They say you have successfully.
7 years diploma. 14 years. Wow. Fred, I think people come with unique situations. That is why you cannot give a general one.
An absolute.
Forget about marriage, dating.
Actually, that is actually dating I'm talking about. Because when you stay like single for some time, unamtu, and then I usually say, when you are pursuing your purpose, one woman is placed, your real one is placed in that path, and some trouble ones also are put along that path. But you will know. You don't need 8 years of dating. You don't need 10. Probably even 6 months is enough to tell this person is the one I've been looking for. You will know. So, again, kuna ukorawa, people can hide and hide and hide and hide. Maybe, are you looking for a perfect person? You're utawaipata. Lakini, when you're dating, the imperfections, they can be so hidden, you will not even see them. And I think that is the work of God. And I just fukanika too, because hata uko nazo, so that when you get in there, you can adjust and you can know that marriage, you work on it. You work on it every day. You work on it every day. So what am I saying? I'm simply saying that be in your purpose, be open, visit out, do things, be there and there. And then you will know, you will find.
Parents advise people, don't focus too much on this one person. You're not guaranteed. While dating, not married. Until you actually get to that marital decision, you're not married yet. Is it correct to date 1 or 2? And say, just in case this one, because I don't know them,
Fred,
just in case.
Date 1, maybe befriend the others.
Isn't that just in case?
Maybe.
That could be justification. Right. What do you think, especially for someone who's dating? Are you married?
Not yet.
No. You're still, you're probably in the dating phase. Yes. Do you feel like focusing too much on one person and only one is a bit restrictive at that point when you're dating, that you should be allowed? No. Okay, fine, you're dating this one, you do movies and lunches together, but hey, I can look and say, okay, fine, I've seen better.
Don't use science. Now, now
personally.
You Dennis.
So from a personal perspective, I do believe dating is just creating ownership. Like you're trying to restrict yourself in that way of trying to find the right person. So in terms of dating, like for us, it's all about somebody trying to put ownership onto you, like they're putting a label on you. Yes, it's kind of okay, yes, to put the label, but in real sense, what if in alignment, like there's somebody who really matches your values, your vision, and what you want in life, and the person who you have right now is trying to have a close-minded, limited view of what you want in life, and they don't even know what you really want, or it's just because her values is maybe sexual, her values is maybe she wants something from you, but not wanting to build with you. So if if you find that she's trying to leech or like trying to drain you instead of building you, then you have that guarantee you can like try to open up your space for
and compare.
and compare, yeah, experiment a bit, but not the way people, but not the way people think, like being promiscuous.
Yes,
yeah.
because when you go to the market and you're trying to buy mangoes, you look at this one,
Yeah.
and you look at another one.
Amekuambia usifinye finye.
Shida ni kufinya.
But unaweka hii hapa kando alafu nasema unatafuta nyingine, lakini hii tumeamua hii inaweza kuwa. If I don't get more, I'll just go for this one.
Afadhali kuacha kabla ununue. Badala ya kwenda kukata home and then urudishe.
So
Waza ucomplain.
So the just in case woman you're saying, at the dating phase, it's something you can do.
That is why he's saying, don't commit.
Yes.
Yeah, because for me the best divorce is this one. When you are dating, mnaweza kuachana na maybe mtasema you wasted my time nini, but I would rather that than already you are in it. Now me realize this thing is beyond me, and this is I can't work with it, because like he is saying, you could be dating. You know, for us who are deep in Christianity, we are not maybe allowed to do those many things. You know, we kuna njia moja tunafuata. That is why maybe we even marry late because you cannot just be dating 8 of them at the same time. So unakaa tu until you realize because the one you ukifocus na moja, huyo ndiye ataingia kwa. So but for maybe the others who are not in such a spiritual commitment, I think it is good to just spread your wings, get to know people. The only thing I ask people not to do is to commit, especially the words, because now ladies, for example, as men, I think maneno haitubambi sana. If you tell me you love me forever, I will simply say, you actually don't tell me, you'd rather do do love instead of say love. But for ladies, of course, they want us to say those things. In fact, I tell men, don't say those words early. I love you, you are the best, ama you are the only one. You don't say those things. Which is ikae badai.
Yes. Pastor, even religion over time has evolved.
Yeah.
Even Christianity has evolved over time. The Bible, even before Christianity, the Bible in olden days, because the Old Testament is just about olden days, polygamy was allowed culturally. It's still allowed in our cultures right now. And monogamy, we could say, is a social construct. People just decided, okay, fine, it should be one man, one woman. But there's still those who believe. Do you feel that the need for a just-in-case woman would not be there if polygamy was practiced and practiced in a disciplined way? I know I'm drawing you to polygamy, which you do not but yes, do you think in polygamy would have solved this? And we're heading away, but we have just about 7 minutes, so include your final comments in that.
My thoughts would be, if you are not able to keep one, if you don't have the discipline to work on one, you don't have the energy and the resources to manage one, how will you manage 3 or 4? You know, because a woman is a woman. And if you have this one, she has her demands, she has her strengths, she has her weaknesses. Then let's say her weaknesses are at 30 and her strengths are at 70. Then you get a second wife. Her weaknesses are at 30, her strengths are at 70. You get a third one. Her weaknesses are at 30, her strengths are at 70. So in total, how much weakness do you have? 90. Because you have to deal with this one, you have to deal with this one, and then you have to deal with this one. Because everyone is coming as a complete package. So there's no way someone would convince me that it is easier to deal with 90 than if you can't handle 30. So I don't think that polygamy would solve that particular issue, because I mean, even when you are married and then you have the mpango wa kando somewhere, she's not perfect throughout the year. So you still have to deal with the moods there and the dramas there. I mean, you're just multiplying your problems. So I tend to feel, try to work on what you have. And even before you get in there, you have to decide, I've seen, this is her strengths, these are her weaknesses. Then make up your mind. Are these weaknesses something I'm willing to live with for the rest of my life? Have bare minimums. All right? Does she meet my bare minimums? And then these ones that she is not able to do, is it something I can do without, or is it something that must be there? If you realize what she can't do is mandatory for you in terms of your requirements, then just let her be loved by the one who does not mind what she can't do, and then tafuta wajino yako.
Yeah. Dennis, for the Gen Zs, marriage is something totally different. It may not be the same marriage that people in the 80s or 70s looked at. And nowadays, you can get out anytime. That's a feeling. I'm not saying that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Do you think that going forward, this idea that it is till death do you part will stick, or will people still be looking this or the other for a just in case person? Then as you make your final comment.
Finally, I'd say, like, statistically, we've seen that most marriages end up in divorce, and it's been something that has been statistically analyzed worldwide. And we have to try and ask ourselves, why does marriages right now fail, and long ago people used to stay for very long period of time? Is it like the concept of marriage having to be around people and making your own vows, giving vows out gives you that confined perspective, and makes people now try and change because you gave that vow? Or is it because we have to now try and look at why did it used to work in the past? And when in the past it used to work, but these days, this modern perspective towards marriage is something that is not really working out, and we need to either change the label of marriage or try to redefine something new about marriage so that we can change the perspective of people, because now marriage is like a confinement. It's now these days it's like you're confined. You have to commit to one person. You have to, but now. We have to try and redefine it. Maybe it's going to change our perspectives on how...
Widen the space.
Yeah, widen the space. Tell people that marriage is not only like a confinement, maybe it's a partnership to build yourself and grow and learn. And
then
every day you get to experience something new towards someone who you love.
Interesting. Very interesting. You've written about the just in case. Yes. As you make your final comments, how can you ensure the just-in-case woman is not there? You talked about making your wife the main one, the just-in-case person. Briefly, in 2 minutes, as we wind up.
First of all, like I said, I'm very happy to hear Dennis a lot. I also need to ask Pastor to tell us maybe later, maybe another show, I'm going to get home, to tell us why did Jesus say that in the last days, one man will have 7 women on him. Desire, nikarudiwa in the New Testament. Yeah, so I would like to know kama it was supposed to be like in these 7 women. Sasa mtu atawapeleka wapi? Because wako. Kama saa hii unatafutwa na 7, mimi ni 7, huyu 7. So all 42 of them are looking for us right now.
42 women
are looking for
circling around us.
Yeah, I don't know why the Bible says that. But anyway, first of all, for the ones who want fair marriage to work, they are one woman to be the just-in-case woman. For a man, I'll tell you, a just man, wanaume wanataka amani. Tureda dhayo. Tunataka amani.
We want peace.
We want peace.
Yeah.
So, ladies, give men peace. That is the just-in-case thing that a man needs. The other thing, that means you have to reduce the shouting and the talking and increase the receiving of the man in a calm way. Receive the man after he is out there. But of course, women will say, I was also out there, no one deceived me. Now, if that is competition you're bringing, you're becoming now the man. So if you are the woman and you have committed to be the wife, commit to receive and to give him peace. Because I know that men can actually stay with one wife forever.
Without a just in case.
Yes, because that is all the man needs.
Okay.
Because those other small ones, men are able to adjust. Men are able to adjust those other things. Of course, sisemi wote, nasema most of them can accept the small flaws and weaknesses just because you have given them the best. In fact, many men are out there, but they are with some other women, and they're saying, please, don't mention my wife. Don't bring anything about my wife because I'll kill you, or I'll do these things. They want my wife, don't touch my family.
She's a special.
Yeah, because there's something. But so if there is a way the other woman can know, and maybe we need many forums, there is this thing that the man needs. You are the best. Yes. But these two small needs, maybe unashout sana, tulia kidogo, maybe.
Right. And of course, because many of our viewers are women, actually. They come to listen for secrets and insights from the men. So, Mambiwa, yes, just give your man some peace. I mean, and you'll just be the just-in-case woman instead of him looking for another just-in-case woman. Thank you so much, Kamau Karongo, as a music artist and author, and also ministers to young men in terms of transition. You have Dennis,
Yes,
Kiarie,
I'm also a youth mental health advocate, and I'd like to spread awareness about youth mental health. And if I get another chance, I have come and speak about it.
We'll definitely invite you. Dennis Kiarie is a social scientist, and you say a mental health advocate, and also a familiar face on the panel of Rafian Samuel, pastor NPN Legacy Church. A very interesting topic. The just-in-case woman. Does every man have one? That was the question. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, this is where we dock TV47 breakfast for today. Thank you so much for keeping us company all the way since 6 a.m. till now. On behalf of the entire team behind this broadcast, including my co-host Arno Dida, have a lovely morning. After the break, we have a repeat of what we had on State of the Nation earlier today. Good morning.